Is it a challenge for you to make decisions in your business? Do you find it easy to be able to make quick decisions that, in the moment, to be able to respond back to emails, text messages with just a off the fly answer, being able to just kind of roll with the punches? I know for myself, I've just noticed this over time with business as well as personal stuff. I regularly struggle and I kind of hesitate. I want to have the best answer possible to give to somebody. I want to make the best decision possible. Perfectionism really is just rooted in fear, I believe, ultimately. But at some point, there's a cost for everything. If you wait too long, you're going to have opportunity cost, the loss that you could have had. If you make a decision too quick and it's the wrong decision, you're going to find out, oh, this was the wrong decision. But you'll find it out much quicker than you would have if you had waited, a lot longer. I think there's a balance to all this. I think making business decisions, maybe the obvious ones, should I buy more cans if you're having more and more customers coming after you? A simple answer, sure, yeah. That's an easy one maybe. But when it comes down to the nitty gritty details, what company am I going to work with? Who am I going to try out with this? How am I going to be more efficient in my business? Am I going to try this out? Am I going to try that out? There's a host of many things out there that we can try to make things better. We want the best results, right? We want to be efficient. We want to have most profit at the end of the year, at the end of the month, and to be able to make things work. However, for myself, I feel like I fall into the trap oftentimes of thinking, well, I think I know what I'm going to say, but I don't know, or I think I know what I'm going to do, but let's just wait and see how this plays out. Let's see a little bit more, because I don't know what I don't know, and I'm just going to see how this kind of works. And then eventually, after kind of dragging my feet, I make the decision that I was initially going to make way back whenever, and I find out, well, yeah, I was right, or I was terribly wrong. And that has been bothering me more and more recently, seeing the inaction in myself, seeing the hesitation in responding to this person or that person, just in working with them as they help me work on my business, and seeing that weird hesitation. I don't know if you have that. I have that. I can see it more and more. It's just a giant red flag just waving in the wind, and I'm really getting tired of it. So for me, for the last 2-3 months, I haven't really talked about it on this channel or with really anybody in person, personal or business. I've been working on simply starting with responding back to I guess customers, but also other people who, from the bookkeeper to taxes to, just all these other areas, advertising, different things. I have been trying to be more efficient and work towards just making decisions a little quicker. Not for just the sake of, well, I just need to get this done and I got to have some answer, but going with my first thought, going with, okay, what's reasonable in this situation with the information I have, trying to get a more balanced approach to this rather than just waiting forever to then finally do what I was initially thinking at the beginning, and then just sending the message. Starting with just text messages and emails, I have found such peace. There's sometimes in responding to somebody, I'll spend 30, 45, maybe over an hour long thinking through what I want to say in the message, how I'm going to say it, like all of this stuff. And I'm not against critically thinking. That's not what this is about. This is about being able to live with what I put out there, what I answers, what I'm willing to stand behind. Like, I want to be able to make decisions faster and to be able to live with that rather than waiting for forever and then paying the price or what could have been all that time when all along it wasn't a matter of, is this good, is this better, which is, going into the nitty-gritty details, simply just being more, actionable, taking action faster and moving on, because there's a million other things that, as you very well know, if you own a dumpster rental business or any business, that there's a million other questions and things you've got to respond to. You've got to be able to put things together to give an answer, not drag your feet for forever. Again, this is where I'm at. This is what I've been more and more frustrated with myself about in my business and just in general. Not making quicker responses, not taking the action that I wish I could, but for some reason there's like something holding me back. I've been working on it with the texting and emails, and I have felt such relief. I would encourage you, if you're maybe on the end of the spectrum where I'm at, in somebody who's making crazy responses super fast versus all the way to where you're dragging your feet, on the other polar opposites. If you're on the side where I'm a little bit slower normally, I would encourage you, step out in some of these smaller areas. If you're somebody who's like, man, well, I don't know what's going to happen, and if I spend this money doing this, then I can't do that, and if this is going to happen, then there's always going to be those things. And there's always going to be reasons why this isn't going to work out, and that's not going to work out, and all this stuff. Meanwhile, in your mind, if you're like me, you're running in circles. You're going crazy. And it's like the mad scientist, trying to figure out exactly how this is going to turn out. And you're just not going to know until you make a decision. And if you're not willing to, the decision will be made for you, one way or the other. I don't want that to be the case for myself, and all the baggage and the weight of I still haven't responded to this person or that person, and I don't feel like it's all the excuses. I'm trying to cut that stuff out. I felt, like I said, such relief by taking some of these small actions and just being able to just pull triggers, making some of these decisions, not blindly, not recklessly, but being able to, okay, here's my first thought. I've reasonably thought all this stuff through. Here's my first take on it. Unless it's much more complicated or something much larger scale that I need help with from other people, I seek outside wisdom and discernment. I'm going to make this decision right now. Boom. We're going to find out whether it was a mistake or not. We'll find out a lot faster and then make the correction before I ever would have maybe even made the original decision just way down the road. I hope this is a help to you. If you struggle with making some of these decisions or responding back to people or whatever it is, maybe I'm just way out there. I probably am. But I really, seriously, I struggle with responding back and communicating with the final product, thinking I've got to have the best answer, I've got to have the best efficiency with my dollars, and ultimately I'm wasting time, I'm wasting resources, I'm wasting what could have been. And I don't want to be just running a circling pattern, just not knowing what's going on. I want to be more decisive, of course, tactical and efficiency and all that. But at the end of the day, like, I can see growing the business will require more answers from me and faster answers from me. I've got to rise to the occasion, or I'm going to get drowned out. It's not going to go well. So for you and your business, if you're thinking of something that you should have already done, I would encourage you, try this one time. Get your information out there, send the answer, pull the trigger, whatever you got to do, and just let it go. Literally, I've been picturing in my mind when I write out a message on my phone to send a text, I literally write the message out. I read it to make sure I didn't, start speaking in a different language. Make sure there's no, grammatical errors, and I send the message. I get to move on then. I don't have to sit there and just proofread this and rewrite it 10 different times. Just send it and go. It's been amazing to me. It's relief. It's exciting. It's encouraging. It's been great. If you're already there and you're making things happen, pulling triggers, and you're decisive on this stuff, I'm happy for you. I'm trying to join you. And so if you want to give me encouragement, or if we can encourage you in the comments, please let us know if you've made that first decision, pulled that first trigger after watching this video. And hopefully you have a great day, guys. Stay safe, and God bless.